How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. This is the OdinLake Ergo Plus Executive Style Chair. As you can see, there's a lot of premium features to it, including an aluminum alloy frame. If you try to lift it, it's 55.1 pounds. So if you're gonna transport it, you most likely wanna wheel it around, which is a lot easier. I'll do an unboxing later on in this video and also assembly. That's a lot easier than what they include in the instructions. It's premium price, so it better be comfortable. So let's give it a try. It sits and feels like an Herman Miller. Not exactly like it, but there are a lot of similarities. Aside from that, there are additional and welcomed features that Herman Miller chairs do not have, such as this C-shaped lumbar support that follows your back. It includes this really large headrest, and it includes a lot of the premium adjustable features that you have to pay extra for in those high-end chairs. I highly recommend this type of chair where it has a see-through mesh. In the summer, it's super useful for breathability. If you tap on it, you can hear a slight springiness. When I rub it, even with my fingernail, it doesn't really fray easily. The front cushion is built into the chair and it's not a feature to be mentioned really, but it is a feature because it's nearly twice the thickness as in an Herman Miller chair. When you sit on here, I don't have an issue of bottoming out and hitting the metal frame. I can put a lot of pressure on it, like getting in and out of the seat like this, and it still feels cushiony, even with maximum pressure. This lumbar support actually gives you even pressure no matter if you're sitting forward or back. I can move the seat backwards 135 degrees and it'll give the same lumbar support, which feels great. Looking from underneath, the lumbar support uses a spring-loaded mechanism. So if I pull on it, it pushes on that spring right there. Not many chairs have backrest height adjustments. This one has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the 6th click, it goes back all the way down. Much of these adjustments, of course, you set it once to your liking and then you forget about it. I'm about 5'8" and I find myself using the 2nd notch over here and it fits me best. The headrest is adjustable for about 1 inch up and down, and you can also tilt it forward and back. I find this adjustment best done when you're out of the chair. When I try to adjust it in the chair, I often overshoot and I cannot get it to the exact notch that I like. Other than that, I think the width is really awesome. So you can lean your head back and kind of like, you know, tilt a little bit to the side and not worry about you have to be completely centered to have a headrest. They call this a 4D armrest. Where's the 4 dimensions? Well, 1 dimension up and down like this. 2nd dimension is you move the armrest out and in. 3rd dimension is you can move it front and back. 4th dimension is you can twist it in 1 notch or twist it out 1 notch. The backrest is controlled by this lever over here. Right now it's at a vertical 90 degrees. If you push it down and push it all the way and lock it in place, this is actually 45 degrees going backwards. And if I release the lever, it doesn't just pop right back, right? You gotta push back on a little bit and then it'll come back up. Obvious height adjustment all the way down and all the way up. Seat front and back position, so you can go all the way forward or all the way back like this. Backrest tensioning knob, you can loosen or tighten it. I find that it could be better if it's extended out a little bit more, because if I grab onto it like this and twist, my thumb kind of gets underneath this little bolt here. So you gotta grab it on the outside and it works a bit better. You can unlock the backrest and you'll be using the tensioning portion. So this is really loose. I can just kind of go back very easily. And then if I turn it 20 turn, 3, 4, 5, gives you more tension. Underneath the chair, you'll notice 2 rectangular holes. This is for the optional footrest, so you can expand the chair's functionality. It looks like an executive style chair. It has a wide aluminum frame. It means business. You can either sit on this chair and say, hey, let's finish this business deal and sign the contract, or a stool, and you say, let's sign the contract. A completely different feel to it. So when you have a serious executive chair, you tell people that you've done enough business, you've got plenty of business in order to afford something like this. Therefore, you invite more business. Let me show you guys a quick unboxing and some tips and tricks on how to assemble it easily. OdinLake Ergo Plus model A743. This is an ergonomic chair. Let's open it up. This box is no joke, 68.3 pounds for the entire thing. I'm just gonna Initial impression is very good. I'm seeing a lot of shiny aluminum everywhere. This is metal. This is metal. This is metal here too. And these armrests is also shiny aluminum. The wheels are made of this thick plastic, so I would actually try to upgrade these to ball bearing casters instead. Most likely these are just stand-in, kind of like electronics where it gives you a pair of cheap headphones, knowing that you're going to upgrade them anyway to something you actually like. There's not too many screws, so you can put it together pretty quickly. They have this perforated edge here, which pops right out. You flip it over and it still writes all the names of the screws on this thing. They have a catalog with all the other chairs that you can buy. The very, very top end has more pieces that could move. The one I'm reviewing now is the Plus without the leg rest. The back portion here is in one piece, right? The Max one has two pieces like this, and then the Butterfly has two pieces on the left and right. So as you move up from the Pro, you add more pieces that can move to the Plus, more to the Max, more pieces to the Butterfly. That's their top of the line one. If you look at their user guide, it looks like it's written by an English speaking person, and it's in pretty large font too. It even comes with a pair of work gloves so you can assemble it without getting your hands dirty. If you look across the surfaces, it looks very well polished everywhere. There are very, very tiny imperfections here and there. There's a little bit of dust on it. Other than that, it's pretty much chrome-like. And if you flip it over, you can see it's a casted material. Now, over long periods of use, you might have spiders that crawls in these crevices. I sort of wish they have little plastic covers to cover everything up. Here's one of the wheels. We just need to press that in. It's just friction fitted in there. Gas lift, we just put that right in there. The manual says put this on the gas lift and then add the armrest. Instead, I'm going to put the armrest on the table first to make it easier on myself. Just slip it right in here, and it's held together by one bolt, kept from twisting because it's a rectangular shape. You can put that in there. Put the cover with the R on it. So there's that one. Turn this around. Oh, this thing's heavy. Now we put in the screw to hold it in place. You need quite a bit of torque to get over the Loctite that's in there. So make sure the screw is seated, otherwise it might not be fully tightened. Now put in the cover for the left side. It's right in there. Now I'm going to pull this, slant it down a little bit for everything to fit. It only needs 4 of the 5 bolts. It looks like it wants to fall off the edge of the desk. Put the entire thing on like that and it'll be held steady and it won't roll all over the place, and I can work on it while it's on the desk. Putting in the final 2 screws. The least effort way to do this would be to put this gas spring side onto the chair while it's sitting on the floor rather than trying to fit it on there. And then you tilt it back onto itself. And now let's install the headrest. This thing clips on, and on top there are 2 little markings for you to put the headrest. You fit that right in between those markings. That's pretty handy. And you have this piece, you just fit it right underneath. We just need 2 of these headrest bolts, and it uses the same Allen wrench as the previous. So let's just put this screw in. It needs a second one here. From the back, there's a logo right in the center. There's this annoying tag here. Let's see if I can just pull it out. Okay, I made a mess there. Overall, I think this is a very good chair. Maximum amount of adjustability. I wish the armrest can go a little bit lower. This is the lowest it goes, and it works well if you want an armrest. But if you want to put it aside for whatever reason, you can't really do that. You can't push it down further. You can't push it out of the way. So you will always have an armrest unless you go down there and try to remove it with the bolts. If you guys are interested in getting this chair, check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.